Karen Zimbelman, known to all as KZ, is a cooperative pantomath, a person who knows almost everything and to whom everyone turns with questions. For 40 years, KZ has played a pivotal role in advancing cooperative enterprises on the local, regional, and national level, with unparalleled accomplishments as a co-op educator and resource creator. Although KZ did not become co-op aware until college, when she took a volunteer job at People's Food Co-op in Ann Arbor, Michigan, her family's connection to co-ops goes back generations. KZ's family on her father's side were members of the local sugar beet co-op. Her maternal grandfather was a member of the Sioux Bee Honey Co-op. Both of her parents lived in co-op housing at Colorado State University. Hearing their stories created an early and positive association with co-ops for KZ. Born in Fort Sill, Oklahoma in 1953, KZ's early years were peripatetic as her father Robert completed his Army service and served in Korea. The family, which eventually grew to include 3 younger brothers, lived in Colorado and Nebraska before moving to Madison, Wisconsin, where Bob attended grad school. One of Bob Zimbelman's close college friends was Stan Dreyer, future founder of the Cooperative Hall of Fame and a 1997 inductee. When Stan visited the family in Madison one year, 4-year-old wordsmith Karen entertained herself and the family guest by calling him Mr. Washing Machine. Stan became KZ's friend and mentor, introducing her to pioneers in the co-op world. One treasured introduction was to co-op legend Jerry Voorhees, who corresponded with the young student about the importance of cooperative education. Voorhees' letter was a valuable contribution to KZ's master's thesis, which was based on a year spent as a VISTA volunteer with the Michigan Alliance of Cooperatives and NASCO. The paper won a prestigious award sponsored by National Consumer Cooperative Bank. After finishing high school in Comstock, Michigan, where she played the French horn, ran track, played field hockey and basketball, and was on the cheerleading squad, KZ attended Michigan State University. After graduation, KZ taught junior high for 3 years, during which time Irvin Magic Johnson made a brief appearance in one of her classes. She earned a graduate degree from the University of Michigan's School of Natural Resources and Environment in 1982. Before beginning grad school, KZ took a summer job as an environmental educator on Fogo Island, Newfoundland, where she had a co-op epiphany. On a boat ride into town, she witnessed a seafood processor strike and noticed that all but one of the processing plants were shut down. The lone working plant was a co-op. The contrast she saw on the docks that day made an impression on KZ that became a vocation. Armed with a rich education and informed by her reading of Jerry Voorhees and Murray Lincoln, KZ embarked on a career as a co-op educator at the North American Students of Cooperation, where she developed board trainings. Former NASCO Executive Director and Hall of Famer Jim Jones, recognizing KZ's brilliance and tenacity, credits her with returning the struggling organization to stability. KZ was then recruited to direct CLUSA's consumer outreach program, where she became known as the gravitational center of co-ops, connected to both co-op pioneers and younger co-op innovators. From there, KZ moved on to become director of membership at North Coast Co-op in Arcata and Eureka, California. At North Coast, KZ met her future husband, Chris Koppel. Chris was general manager and founder of a worker co-op, Restif Cleaning Service Cooperative. The two discovered a common bonding love for co-ops. KZ and Chris live in Eureka, where they enjoy birdwatching, hiking, and duplicate bridge. They also love dogs. Having cared for 5 in their 34 years together, KZ and Chris are grand friends to Sage and Solon Waters, with whom they have shared many exciting adventures. After 2 years at North Coast, KZ began consulting with cooperatives and serving as executive director of the Cooperative Grocers Information Network. Under KZ's guidance, CGIN became a vital consumer co-op resource with an extensive library. Through CGIN, small food co-ops and startups were able to connect with larger and more established food co-ops to network and share resources. KZ also became founding executive director of Northwest Cooperative Grocers Association and the Pacific Cooperative Grocers Association, where she established and managed regional supply agreements, promotions, trainings, store audits, and other programs. In that role, she became an important contributor to a movement to form a national food co-op association, an effort that ultimately resulted in the formation of the National Co-op Grocers. Throughout her career, KZ has been a prolific writer and contributor to cooperative publications. She is the author of How to Start a Food Co-op, a manual that became the foundation for Food Co-op Initiative's Guide to Starting a Food Co-op. She wrote more than 50 articles for Grocer.coop, providing advice about a broad range of topics, including board governance. She is co-author of the Ownership Toolbox and was editor of the Association of Cooperative Educators newsletter for 5 years. Through her written work, workshops, trainings, and ready personal availability, KZ is an indispensable resource for co-ops. KZ will know has become a catchphrase for cooperators. Her advice is consistent and firm, encouraging co-op leaders to always reflect on guiding ideals, commit to strong organizational practices, and be diligent in communication. She has served on multiple boards, including 18 years on the board of the Howard Bowers Fund. In acknowledgement of her leadership and service to cooperatives, KZ was awarded the Cooperative Service Award at the 1994 CCMA conference. She was recognized for her outstanding contribution to cooperative education by the Association of Cooperative Educators in 1999. For her indefatigable work to strengthen and grow cooperatives at all levels, and for inspiring others to work together for the greater good of all cooperatives, we recognize Karen Zimbelman with induction into the Cooperative Hall of Fame.